Here's a perfect example of I love women in male-dominated fields.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing when women flip the script on some men. Now this video is inspired by a certain situation story that I saw online and has gotten people talking. Now this situation, this woman left 5 kids with her husband when he asked for a divorce, and she did not just leave the kids with the husband. She left the country that they were staying in and returned back to her home country. The couple are Nigerians and they were living in the UK. Anyway, let's check out what exactly happened, what people think about this whole situation, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
I don't know if you guys seen the story about the Nigerian man who sat his wife down and basically said that, I can't continue with this relationship anymore. I'm not happy. And he, made sure to say how he brought her from the UK 8 years ago. And
Is it
now
from
they
the
have
UK,
five
from
kids.
Nigeria?
So do the math. That means those kids are very much so little, okay? 5 little kids under the age of 8 years old. And he sat her down and said that he's going to leave the family, but he's going to try his best to support her financially. So she said, okay. She was in tripping. Sis said, I'm not tripping. I'm not arguing with you. Fine. If that's what you want, go ahead and do that, right? Leave me with 5 kids. Fast forward to a week later, she took all of their passports, all of the kids' passports, and booked a flight back to Nigeria. Left that man in the house with them
You
kids
cannot
and
travel
made sure
back.
to take the passports so that he wouldn't bring them to Nigeria with her. So he's been calling her family nonstop. Like, she left me with the kids, da da da. And the family don't care. Like, they don't want to hear it. They don't care. So he said the only person that even continued to answer his calls was his wife's mother. And now he's coming to the internet because he feels like she never loved him and she never loved the family, because how can she just get up and leave 5 kids behind for him to take care of? And his mental health is declining. He doesn't have time for himself. It's like the kids purposely want to hurt him. They're throwing tantrums. He don't have time to go play ball anymore. His sister has to come and help him because he just can't take it. And I'm just like, look at God.
Mm-hmm.
You were about to leave that woman with 5 kids to take care of. And she pulled a you on you faster than you could. And now you come into the internet to say that this woman never cared about her kids and only cares about herself and she's
Mm-hmm.
selfish. When in reality, you were the one that was about to break up the family. You see, these
Mm-hmm.
men can never handle what it is that they're doing to us. And when we pull a them on them, now all of a sudden we're the bad guy. Make it make sense.
This Nigerian man in the UK told his wife he wanted a divorce and would move out and send money for the kids. The wife just said, okay. And the next day she came back to Nigeria and left him with the children. Now he's spiraling. How can she abandon her children? Love it. They have 5 kids and he wanted to abandon her with all 5, but he had the audacity to call his sister for help that he can't cope, something she probably wouldn't have had the privilege of doing. Women in male dominated fields, please. This
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian man really thought he was about to pull the classic I'm leaving, but I'll send money move, only for his wife to hit him with the biggest Uno reverse of all time. Like, sir,
Mm-hmm.
you said you wanted a divorce and to
Especially in
move
the
out?
UK.
Cool. She just took it a step further and made sure you got
Mm-hmm.
the full experience of single parenthood. And now he's in shambles, calling his sister, talking about, I can't cope. That's exactly what millions of women have to do every single day with no help, no lifeline, no one to call. You thought she was just going to sit there struggling with 5 kids while you went off living your best divorce life? Nope. Now you get to see what it's like. I really love that for her. But you already know that men are going to be in these comments foaming at the mouth
True.
talking about a real mother would never
Very
abandon her
father, uncle.
kids. Oh, really? Where's that energy for the millions of men who do it every single day? The ones who call it a fresh start. The double standard is wild. A man walks out on his kids and it's just another Tuesday. But
Mm-hmm.
a woman does it and suddenly she's evil. Please. But honestly, I'm here for it. This was chess, not checkers. She said, "You wanted freedom? Say less." Now he's drowning in diaper changes and school drop offs, realizing that being a full time parent is not for the weak. Maybe now he'll understand the weight of what he was about to dump on her. Men love to act like being a mom is just some built in instinct, like women were made to sacrifice their whole lives for their kids while they get to dip whenever they feel like it. But guess what? Some of us are done playing that game. Maybe this would be the wake up call some of these men need. Kudos to this woman. She truly understood the assignment.
Two can actually play the game. But because a certain gender decide not to play the game dirty, doesn't mean that gender is a foe. So I've just been smiling and laughing because of that man that has been crying over whole social media. So you woke up one day and decided you want to divorce your wife. It's fine, it's your choice. You don't want her anymore. No problem, she said yes. But you guys have 5 kids. And I think in your default mind, you actually thought she's going to be like your mom or your grandmother, who is going to be divorced and be with the 5 kids while you gallivant around, and they will chase you for child support, and you'll be like, no, she wants to take your money. No. Today's women aren't like that. So if you want to divorce your wife, know that it's a possibility you'll be taking the kids. Now, there's 2 points I want us to take away from this. He's been mourning, he's been crying that the woman is wicked, and even stylishly saying he wants her back. Now, you had your sister move in to come and help you because you couldn't take care of your own children. Over the past days that your sister have been around, I'm sure you would have told her thank you not less than 5 times. And even the way you speak about your sister intervening and helping you out shows that you really appreciate it. My question goes thus. When last did you tell that woman in your house, thank you for doing those chores, or well done? Some of you are so bad, you don't even tell your wife well done because you see it as a job, as a duty. You don't help her and you can't even tell her thank you. 2, I thought you men said it's better for kids to be with you. And why a woman embittered? You label them single mother, you go around, you think you can just get into different skirts. While she gets stuck with the kids, she can't do the kind of jobs she wants to do. No. Now, do your job, take care of those 5 kids. And I'm sure, even if you employ someone, you'll be paying them. When last did you buy your wife a gift? When last did you give her money to do her hair without you feel as if you are doing her a favor? Some of you think when you are even buying your wife stuff, you are doing her a favor. But she's doing things that if she doesn't do, you are going to pay for it. Yes, you are going to pay for childcare, you are going to pay for house cleaning, and they are going to collect that money without telling you thank you. I'm not here to berate you. I'm just here to tell you men that when you get home today and you see your kids well fed, looking good, the house clean, look at your wife and tell her thank you for being part of my life. That thank you is worth $1 million.
She packs her things in absolute silence, says goodbye to the children, and she leaves. She jumps on a plane and goes back to Nigeria, doesn't tell anybody anything, switches off her phone, takes all of the children's passports and bounces. So now the husband is in the UK with the 5 children and the wife is in Nigeria with her family. And he is crashing out. The reason we know about this story is because he called a Nigerian radio show, whatever, to tell them to complain about his wife for leaving. How could she leave me before I was gonna leave her? Was his complaint. He also was complaining because she left him with the 5 children and he was struggling so much he had to call his sister, so I guess the sister-in-law, to come and help because it was so hard for him with these 5 children. How was he ever going to cope? How dare you? So what you wanted to do to this woman, she did to you, and you're now struggling. So you would have been happy with her struggling, but you didn't want to struggle. And the fact that she took the passports meant that he couldn't just travel and find her in Nigeria because he would have to replace all the passports. That was going to be expensive. It was going to be very time consuming. So he literally had nothing to do apart from care for his children and complain. As you can imagine, this story has been making the rounds in Nigeria. This man's been doing interviews. I'm not sure where the mother has gotten to, but do you know what? Mum, This is the biggest Uno reverse ever. Biggest Uno reverse ever. And I kind of love it for you.
Okay, so I'm just using this comment because it was the top comment. But a lot of you guys are losing the plot in my comment section of my last video where I talked about the woman who left her husband with their 5 kids. Keyword here is their 5 kids, their. Not her kids, their kids. Because, you know, they're both their kids. Like, that's their dad. Like, the dad wanted to get a divorce, which means someone is leaving the home. So why are you guys mad that she left? Why are you guys mad that she left instead of him? I'm so confused. Like, you guys are losing the plot. Someone was going to leave anyway because the dad wants a divorce. We literally have no idea why she traveled out of the country. Maybe she needed safety. Maybe she needed space. It doesn't matter. She left their kids with their dad. If a man had done this, it would have been, oh, actually, it wouldn't have been anything because men do this all the time.
Normalize leaving kids with the father. We're not about to be struggling single moms. They can keep that struggle. How about we normalize co-parenting? I think one of the biggest problem is people associate single moms with struggle. I know plenty of single moms who don't struggle, who make 6 figures. Same thing with fathers. Because let's just be honest. If you're a struggling single mother, you was probably already struggling within the relationship. You don't just wake up one day and be struggling. You don't. It's a series of bad decisions. It's a series of bad things happening. But this comment came about because a Nigerian man with 5 kids divorced or left his wife and took the kids with him. Good for him. If he can do that, good for him. But normalize being co-parents. It's not that hard. Why struggle individually when y'all could just work together? And if you get on here and start talking about, well, the man don't want to take care of the kids, it's because you chose wrong.
Pimpin', I got a good one for y'all. I just heard this lady telling the story. I think she's like a Nigerian lady. She's telling the story about this Nigerian man. He was planning on leaving his wife, and his wife had 5 children. Now, this Nigerian man had brought his wife over 8 years ago from the UK, and they had 5 children. Now, he said he was not in love with his wife anymore. He wanted to divorce her, so he sat her down and told her, like, look, I'm not in love with you anymore. I want a divorce. I got some money set aside for the kids. I'm going to take care of the family, but I'm leaving next week, y'all. She says, okay. It's like homegirl already knew something was up, and she was like, okay, she was cool with it, right? So he's like, she didn't put up a fight. He expected her to cry. He wanted her to cry and beg, and she did not do that. She was just like, you know what? Do you? So they go to bed that night, y'all. When he wake up the next morning, he received a text from his goddamn wife, and she don't tell him, like, look, I don't went back to Nigeria, and I left the kids with you. Y'all, she pulled the Uno reverse because she told him I took the kids' passports, too. Y'all, she took the passports so he could not bring the kids to Nigeria. So now he blowing her up. She not answering. Her phone ain't even on. He blowing her family up. The only person in her family answering is her mother, and they really don't give a damn. He's calling them useless. Talking about she never loved her kids. How dare she leave her kids? How can you leave your kids, sir? You were going to do that shit, too. She just did it faster than you. She was quicker than you. You said a week. She said, no, give me 24 hours. But anyway, y'all, so he saying prayers and stuff, looking to reading the Bible, trying to save his marriage. Somehow he angry sometimes he misses her. He said his sister has to come and help because he doesn't have any me time. The kids is torturing him. They throwing tantrum tantrums. He don't have no time to himself. His wife told him to act this way. He can't even watch football. Y'all talking about she stole $3,000 from his bank account before she left. Like when I tell y'all she put the major Uno reverse, she put it on him. But anyway, y'all, what's good for the goose is definitely not good for the gander, because now he's saying she don't dyed her hair and it's only been 16 days and he don't know whether, you know what I'm saying, what's she doing and how useless she is, but he want to save his marriage now. The fuck?
Did y'all see that Nigerian man up here boohoo crying and complaining, trying to get his wife to answer his fucking phone call because the family is Nigerian. It's a husband and wife and they got 5 kids, right? They live in the UK or whatever. He come to her one day talking about something. He tired of this shit. He don't want to be married no more. He want to be able to focus on his life, and him being married and having all the kids, he can't do that. So he want her to take herself and all 5 of they goddamn kids back to Nigeria. You know what she said? She said, oh, nigga, got you. Uno reverse, Uno out. So she got all of their passports. She got her passport, the husband passport, and all 5 of the kids' passports. And she took her ass back to Nigeria by herself. By her lonesome. And so what he mad at now is won't nobody answer his fucking calls now. He can't, he can't do shit. He can't get over there because he ain't got no passport. Kids can't get over there because they ain't got no motherfucking passport. And now he said the only person answering his phone calls right now is her mom, which is his mother-in-law. But she's still not giving him what he want. Like, no, nigga, fuck you. This is what you were finna do to me. You are finna up and leave me and your 5 kids high and dry for me to raise them, feed them, clothe them, provide for them, and so that you can go live your best life because you're tired of being fucking married, because you're tired of having 5 kids. I don't get that fucking option. And since you feel like we got options around this, I'm gonna show you something. And I feel like she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. If you know the man she married, she know he gonna take care of them kids. He ain't gonna never let nothing happen to the kids. Them his children. I'm out of here. You thought you was gonna leave me and be stuck with some 5 kids? You're out of your rabbit ass mind. And kudos to her. Fuck that. He better figure his shit out just like women do every fucking day. Figure that shit out. Figure it out.
Okay, so we've seen what exactly happened. We've seen people's reaction to what the woman did. I would love to hear your own opinion. Do you think that what she did was right, or do you think that what she did was wrong? Please leave your comment in the comment section. Now, personally, I am in awe of what she did. By taking the passport of the kids, she has prevented the guy from just upping and leaving the UK and coming to Nigeria. So it's like she planned it practically and she thought about it critically, because some people would just leave, but she took the passport to prevent him from upping and leaving the kids and coming to Nigeria. But I don't know why the guy is ranting, because I saw the post. Now, I think he sent a post to a popular relationship guy. And so that's where the original, in my own opinion, I don't know if it was a repost from somebody, but that's where I first saw the whole thing. It was a relationship guy that posted the whole story, and he was ranting, and then at the end he was saying that his mental health is in trouble, the kids are just being somehow, he has called his sister, and even though she's helping, it's not just like before, and he doesn't have time for himself, and maybe he wants his marriage back, but how can his wife do like that? She's not a good mother, she's not this. And I'm like, you wanted to leave 5 kids to her alone. And I'm sure even in the house, when he was there, when they were together, he might not have been doing a lot, because for her to just snap, like she just snapped and said, that's it, she's not staying in the UK again, she's moving to Nigeria, and she's taking passport so that he doesn't bring the kids to meet her in Nigeria. It means that she has been struggling, and that was just the last straw for her. Because how is it now that when she did the same thing that he wanted to do to her, he is ranting, he's talking, and from how he was telling the story, it looks like he did not know how much work his wife was doing, taking care of the kids, because now he's clueless that he had to be calling his sister to help and complaining about how the children are behaving and saying that he doesn't have time for himself, he's not able to do this, he's not able to go out. She probably was not going out, she probably was not doing anything. And then he was saying, oh, after a while, I will be sending you money. When he wanted to leave, she will send him the money. You should take care of the kids. Now, I don't know if this whole situation is a real situation, but if it is, the lady just flipped the script on him, and I think he has no moral right or any type of right to call her out and say she's a bad mother, because he was going to do the same thing. So is he saying that he was going to be known as a bad father if he did it, or he was just going to, he wanted to have peace? Because that's where some men will say, oh, it's not his fault if the woman did not want to leave, and he is deciding to leave for his peace. And now that the woman has decided to leave, people are saying, oh, how could she do that? How could she leave 5 kids. She's not a good mother. She's not this. She's not that. But she left them with their father. She didn't leave them with a stranger. The father wanted to do the same thing to her, but she flipped the script and now she's a bad woman. But when he wanted to do it, he was not a bad man. I don't get it. Now, personally, would I do it? I don't know. But I can't have 5 kids. That's the thing. Because I don't 5 kids in the UK, under 8, childcare? No, thank you. But I'm sure that's kind of the thing she was thinking, because there's no how I would have given her enough money to take care of the kids, like put them in childcare, because childcare in the UK is very expensive. It could cost between like £800 to almost like £1,400. That's if the kids are not in school. And then after school, because the UK is very, very strict on taking care of kids, it's not like she will be able to stay with the kids 24/7, and he will pay her enough to stay with the kids 24/7. So I guess all that just made her flip, and she just up and left. And now he's crying, he's ranting, he's saying all sorts, and people are calling her names. That I think is very hypocritical of people to be calling her names, because she did what he wanted to do, and she didn't leave the kids with a stranger. She left the kids with the father. So why are people that up and up and saying all sorts about her? Anyway, I think that she did what was working for her, what would not stress her mentally. I'm sure she misses the kids, but she did what she had to do, because she had looked at it long term and realized that if she allowed the man to carry out his plan, she was going to struggle and probably end up in a bad situation. So she did what she had to do. Anyway, I would love to hear what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think that she was a bad person, a bad mother for doing what she did, or do you think that she did the right thing for herself? And what do you think about the man struggling with taking care of his kids and now saying that he wants his wife back, he wants his marriage back, which I feel like is just a trick to get her to come back, and then he will carry out his plan before she could carry out any other plan. I would love to hear what your own thought about the whole situation. So please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed but you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all what I said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.